what's the war index? If we could, is so Anderil, public and non-public.
It's a great question.
Public and non-public.
Palantir, Anderil, OpenAI.
Which Microsoft, you got to say OpenAI. That's Microsoft.
Yeah, but they're starting to have their issues, and
they're
trying to break away. But yeah, throw Microsoft in there and Meta. Who would think that like your love for Instagram DMing would turn into a war product? That's why I keep data's the new oil.
And how did Meta get involved in the war industry?
Because they crossed Palmer and Anderil, and you see that he's about to become an icon. Much easier before you become publicly traded to say, "Hey, buddy, shouldn't have fired you. Let's be friends." And in the friendship and the reconciliation, okay, well, let's find a way to make some money together.
And they have the data.
I was gonna say that's it.
And they control the algorithm.
Yeah.
Because Palantir is on fire, and their data is phenomenal, and their data sets and how they've stacked that AI. Meta may be the only place that you can go to get psychographic and demographic profiling the way that you can at Palantir.
Never forget that propaganda is just as important as military arsenal.
It's frustrating
in war. And study any general that was extremely successful, whether they were successful for good reasons or bad reasons. They used and they understood propaganda. They wasn't just military fighting, blowing up stuff. Every successful general or head of state that was a military man understood the need for propaganda.
Yeah, we can't leave out Raytheon out of that index. That was a great question.
That's what I think RTX is adding it. It's up 25% this year. In these times of conflict, you'll see those things rise. I think you nailed it in terms of Meta. How did they become? They have 3.4 billion users across all platforms. That's nearly half the planet. So if you need the data for the world, it's at their disposal, right? And people, their audience is still, was it 100 million users a month? Like, you're still growing, and you still have
an average time of like 34 minutes a day.
That's why you need them.
Platforms. That's insane.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button and share. High level conversation. Shout out to 19 Keys. He got a dope episode with
Tabitha Brown.
Yeah. They'll both be at Invest Fest. And speaking of Invest Fest, I know you guys are waiting to see the winner of the raffle. We added an extra week because we got a call from the bros in Ghana. They're gonna throw something in as well. So that free trip to Ghana is still running. We got another week added. So if you're interested, you got 7 more days. We'll announce it next Monday. We'll announce the winner. So anybody that buys a ticket for the next 7 days, you're entered to win. You get the MG the Mortgage Guys course. You get opportunity to get VIP tickets upgraded. So, but yeah, there'll be a lucky winner of that that will get all expense paid trip to Ghana. And the good thing about this is that when we announce these things, other people want to chime in.
I gotta get a list together. As soon as my ear get better, boy.
So you got 7 more days, ladies and gentlemen, to get your tickets to Invest Fest, to enter that raffle for that free trip to Ghana. And that's anybody that buys a general admission ticket. Okay, so switching topics.
Before we switch, what do you think is going to be the end resolution of this conflict with Iran?
Man, I mean, you saw Yemen saying that they have officially entered the war, and that they said don't put your ships in our water. You've been warned. So
that's a strong statement.
I told you, the waterways.
Yeah.
You starting to hear the Strait of Hormuz come up in conversations. We got to close that down. Help us out.
It's a very interesting situation. I mean, I guess what Israel definitely would want, and now they're saying America, because at first America said that they wasn't going to push this line, but some of the stuff that Trump is saying recently is a regime change. And I think that's something that you really got to be careful with, because as I said on Blackout, this is how this whole situation started 40 years ago.
Yeah.
When they implemented the Shah of Iran, who was Western-backed leadership, and the country hated him, and they had a revolt. And then the Islamic regime that we have right now in Iran, the state, the cleric regime that runs the country, that was a result of. So you got to be careful when you just try to take out regimes, because it actually could be potentially worse for you. So I think that's what they want to happen.
Destabilization
And a total regime change that's way more moderate, that is friendly with United States, friendly with Europe, and friendly with Israel. That's what they want to happen. That's what you see happen. I mean, if you look at the countries in the Middle East that have good relationships with America, that's what they are. Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, right? Like, this is why even Syria, like the new regime in Syria, is a friendly regime to America. It's interesting. The president, he was on the ICE terrorist list 3 years ago.
That's fascinating.
Now he's speaking in front of the United Nations in September.
Will he be at InvestFest? Oh no.
You never know. Potentially. Potentially.
Waiting for the coded email.
So where do I think this thing ends? I think that China will come into play.
Absolutely.
And I think to a lesser degree, Russia. I think that they will be able to calm things down. I think Israel will continue to try to get a regime change, but I don't know if that's actually realistic. And I think that they will definitely delay the nuclear program and have, that kind of stomped out, at least for the next 4 years, as long as Trump is in office. And there will not, I don't think that there will be a full-fledged war, because I don't think that that's beneficial. I know Americans don't want that to happen. So I don't think that I think Trump's thing was like, okay, let's just bomb it. Let's show a good face to Israel. And then let's just say, okay, now we can just get on with our life. And, let's not take this too far.
That's been the messaging that's been going out for the past 2 days now. It's like, we're not at war with Iran. We're at war with their nuclear program. We're at war with their nuclear program.
Smart messaging.
Yeah, the messaging is continues to be that from the White House, and JD Vance said that as well today. It's not a war against Iran. And now that the nuclear program has been dismantled, pretty much we said we can get back to business. We can figure out how to create peace.
Or has it been dismantled?
According to them, there's been videos that's coming out of Iran that's like it has been dismantled. In fact, you've started a war and we're going to end the war. Like, that was literally the clips that have been going. I'm sure people have seen on social media. We'll see.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
And the market opens positive.
They front ran the investment and told you what was going to happen in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about the market, though. Regardless of war, feast, famine, regime changes, presidential changes, like, the market is literally rigged to stay up through engineering and how they align those indexes. So for everyone watching long term, I wouldn't change my portfolio structure. If you want to add Palantir, fine. If you're already in Meta, I would probably add more. I never thought I'd see the day when Meta would have a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army. Talk about a moat. It's a hell of a one to have too. So, but I wouldn't change my portfolio too much.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this because you didn't at these levels, right? Like, look at the levels that Palantir is at. If you're gonna invest in long term, but make sure you get it at a price.
Yeah, you gotta wait for a pullback.
It's running at I mean, past all time. I feel like every week is a new all time high. Just be mindful of that, please.
Bitcoin maxis. Your leader will be at InvestFest. Jack Dorsey.
That's the second leader. Michael Saylor, the first one. That's the new Bitcoin Jesus. Michael Saylor, we need you. Please pull up.
Bitcoin Jesus as well.
Bitcoin Jesus.
I feel so bad for Kathy. ARK started to make a little run, but that's really, honestly, the Bitcoin exposure or institutional play was Jack's idea, though, in Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack is the
originator.
Yes. Michael Saylor is the flashy, like, kind of renegade.
Yeah.
Jack is the more the institutional standard.
Absolutely.
Been that way.
Yeah.
But we'll ask him.
Shout out to Kathy Wood.
We'll ask him.
Former InvestFest.
For sure.
Attendee panelist.
Oh, XRP Army.
Rashad. What XRP did to you?
One day.
What happened? Let's have a conversation now. Go ahead.
Well, the XRP enthusiasts, they're very passionate. And, they, for some reason, decided to just, go crazy on me a few months ago.
Because you antagonize them every month. That's why.
I'm just, XRP is under $2 right now. All I'm saying is that when, okay, the court case is going, okay, the CEO, okay, Trump's in, okay, bro, when are we going to have XRP reach $10,000?
Oh, that's never.
No, that's never.
But I can see 10.
10. I think it's 10
years. Yeah.
Even that is like still far fetched at this point.
When is it going to happen? That's all I'm saying.
Well, the same way XRP got derailed is similar to how Jack Dorsey and Square got derailed. Hopefully he'll tell the story at InvestFest, but there was some collusion by some banks to thwart the greatness of Square.
And maybe some financial tech companies as well. Not just the banks.
Yep. So, but Rashad, I hear you. Can't everyone that love assets just all get along? I'm feeling more like emotional because my ear is hurting, but here we are.
I'm seeing like
Bitcoin, XRP, Vanguard. Can everybody just get along and love each other before we go to war? No? Okay.